She's priceless, drop-dead gorgeous, the most famous face in the world, the It Girl in New York, Paris, London and Milan. The hottest model on the catwalk and the cover of Vogue. All that, and she's Australian too. The brightest fashion star since Elle Macpherson. Her name is Gemma Ward, and here's how she did it. How a 15-year-old tomboy from Perth was literally plucked from suburbia and transformed into a supermodel almost overnight. How she made millions by the ripe old age of 18 and still managed to stay sane, warm and natural too.
Close your eyes.
Frank, are you done spraying?
Yeah.
What are you being transformed into today?
I'm not quite sure.
In a New York studio, Australia's Gemma Ward is busy preparing for Italian Vogue.
A lot of attitude within the
This is the strange world of very high fashion,
Good.
where curiously it's not so much about the clothes,
Fantastic.
but who's wearing them.
Nice.
The model they most want is Gemma. But refreshingly, underneath the froth of haute couture lies a smart Perth tomboy who never dreamt she'd be living this existence.
I know what I like to look like, and that's a bit more scruffy, but but I don't know if that's how, you know, everyone in the industry sees me, so.
Well, I've heard your look is out of this world. It's alien, but it's it.
Yeah.
You comfortable with all of that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Nice.
A regular workday for Gemma requires a degree of commitment and precision worlds away from most 18-year-olds. 30 minutes after today's shoot, with Mum by her side, Gemma is scrubbed, packed and boarding a helicopter for a dash across New York City on the way to her next job in London.
Can you believe it? The schoolgirl from Perth now jetting between New York and London, one of the world's top models.
Not really. I mean, it's funny because I never really get a chance to just sit back and think about it because my life is so go, and I would never ever have guessed that I would be here, but I'm extremely blessed.
Gemma's career began at the very top with the fashion house Prada in Milan. It was an unprecedented rise and a most accidental one. The doctor's daughter, the second of 4 children, Gemma was the family clown whose ambition was acting.
This is the place where I'm going to live and have my children.
At 15, she was nagged into entering a modelling competition she was watching in Perth. Her friends forging her mother's signature to get her on stage.
I couldn't stop laughing. I just felt so out of place. I felt like there was no way in hell that you know, I looked right among all of these people, and I didn't want it like the other girls. But in the end, it was quite a funny kind of thing, and it opened a lot of doors for me, and you know.
Opened a lot of doors. It changed your life in the most extraordinary way.
Yeah, it did. It did. Those friends still ask if they can get commission, but I'm like, no.
I bet they ask.
Yeah.
Gemma didn't win that competition, but a spotter from leading model agency Vivian's saw her potential and made a show reel.
Look how confident she is. I mean, she looks like she's been doing this for years, and she's a 15-year-old kid walking in an alleyway in Perth.
It landed on the desk of ace model scout David Cunningham from the New York agency IMG.
You come across a girl like Gemma very, very rarely. And that's why it's so exciting for us, because it really is. People say needle in a haystack, and obviously there's a lot of models that are currently working that are great models, but somebody like Gemma that really has the full package, that there's nothing to reproach her on.
She's a supermodel.
She's a supermodel, for sure.
A schoolgirl from Perth.
Yes. Absolutely.
To convince young Gemma to move to New York, David had some very fast talking to do to her parents, particularly Mother Claire, a nurse and not easily wooed.
I mean, I fretted when my children went to school, so, you know, leaving a child in New York, and she was a child, you know, with people that I'd really only met, you know, briefly. Although I did feel very comfortable that she was very well taken care of, and they weren't mercenary in the fact that they were just using her for, you know, money-making object.
What were you being told by the senior people at your agency after a week in New York? Were you being told that you will go to the top, you have everything in front of you?
It was all up to me, and I wasn't being pushed, and I wasn't, you know, being told that I would, you know, even achieve the things that I have. I was just told that, you know, there was a lot of interest, and there were, you know, places they were telling me, you know, well, you also have a job in Paris and you have a job here, and I was like, well, I wouldn't mind going to Paris, so, you know, maybe I should take a chance.
Gemma joined a little gang of West Australian models doing exceptionally well in New York. With their sunny dispositions, Perth girls are currently the world's top pick for model scouts. The pack includes Nicole Trunfio, Hania Rose and Amy Finlayson.